Hey everybody, this is Tank and Trucker, and I'm going to go ahead and do a review on the FV4202P. I know that on the upcoming patch, they are buffing the speed on this from 40 kilometers an hour to 50 kilometers an hour. Don't quote me, I believe that's what it is. It's either 50 or 55, but I think it's 50. I don't think they're doing anything else with it. I believe it's just a buff on the speed. This tank, I actually really do like this one quite a bit. It's got actually pretty good, decent turret armor. The hull armor is kind of lacking quite a bit, but if you can get hull down with this, you can hold your place pretty well. Anyways, let's go over this rascal real quick and see what you get. It is a Tier 8 medium tank with 1,400 hit points, which is pretty standard for Tier 8 mediums. This is where it kind of sucks. With your hull armor, you have 50 in the front, 50 in the side, and 31 in the rear. On your turret, you have 170 in the front, 90 in the side, and 90 in the rear. And this is really nice because it's very well sloped and angled. So if you can get hauled down, it's hard for them to penetrate this thing. I believe it's the same turret that goes on the Action X. I don't know. It's have to look. I think it might be. Well, let's just take a look, I guess. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Where be the Action X? There it is. Well, I don't think it's identical, but it's pretty darn close. So anyways, get back to this here. So yeah, your hull armor is really lacking. 50, and it's really well sloped. I mean, you can see that's got a great slope, but just everything overmatches it because it's so thin. The gun on this is really good. 7.5 rounds a minute. Standard penetration is great with 226. Your premium round is APCR, which is awesome with 258 penetration, and your HE is 42 pen. Average damage for your standard and APCR premium is 230 and 280 for your HE rounds. Average damage per minute is 1725, dispersion is 0.33, and your aim time is 2.3 seconds. So that's your stock stuff. I mean, I don't have the best crew in the world on this. It's they're working on their first crew skill. But my rate of fire gets bumped up to 8.69, so my reload is 6.9 seconds. Turret traverse is 37.55, and the traverse speed of the hull is 41.72. So that buff they're going to have with the speed will definitely be a really welcome thing to happen. With that speed, a scout or a fast light tank or whatnot is going to have trouble circle strafing you. Gun depression is awesome with a -10 and a +20. Aim time with my crew is 2.1 seconds and dispersion is 0.32. So pretty good. It's got good dispersion and a pretty good aim time. My average damage is 1,999. Couldn't just average it out to 2,000 per minute. 42-ton tank. If you're going to smack into another medium or a light, you should be alright, but don't go hacking into any heavies because that's going to mess you up. Engine is a 510 horsepower, so your specific power to weight is 12.14, which is alright, but it's going to be a whole heck of a lot better when they bump that top speed up. Right now it's 40 forward and 20 in reverse, which they're going to be buffing it to 50, and I don't know if they're going to do anything with the reverse speed, definitely the forward speed. Concealment's 16.6, which is actually really good. View range is really good at 407, and your signal range is 782. If you can get your hands on this, I definitely would. It's a pretty darn good tank. I wish the gun did a little more alpha, like 240 damage per hit, 230. Just got to deal with it. But yeah, it's a pretty good tank. If you can get hauled down, it's really good. But yeah, the weak spot is that front hull there. It's just 50 millimeters is pretty skinny. So anyways, if you want to hold on a minute, I'll be right back and have some gameplay for you. So on this map, we find ourselves on Fjords. Matchup wise, I think they had a couple more heavies than we did. Yeah, T26E4 isn't a heavy, but it plays like a heavy. And it's got the armor of a heavy. Yeah, they had a couple more heavies than we did. I decided to go up on the hill, up the to A0. I was afraid that we weren't going to have a lot of people going up that way, and so I decided to head up there. And I had a couple people go up there as myself. I think I believe the Ravioli went up there. Yeah, the Mutts, Ravioli, myself, T26E5, that new premium, and a T34 100. So we had a decent amount of people kind of force a split, even Steven. We had more obviously go to the west. But normally if I'm in a medium, I like to go up this way to help out just in case, because a lot of times the other side, the west side on this map, they like to cut down this way, and they get up in this area and then get shots on our guys over here, and so I like, and then come up around this way, so I like to come up around the little bowl there and come up there and try getting shots on them that way. So yeah, when they do the buff on this and give it some extra speed, that's really going to be nice. I mean, 40, they've just buffed it on this last patch, and 40 was nice, but it just, for a medium, seems so darn slow. Our T34 100 gets up there in that spot, which I thought it was pretty crazy he could get up there like that, but he gets up there and he gets pretty well wrecked. So, yeah, he backed out of there pretty darn quick. Our Ravioli, he goes balls deep here and just goes straight up and around here, and that was not a good idea. But I figured I'd back him up, because obviously we didn't have anybody else going around to help him, and I didn't want him to get just shredded, so I figured I better head down that way and help him. There's that 103-0. I thought I had a shot on him, but it was there's a rock over there. See that shot right there on the artillery? I could have swore that was going to hit, and it didn't. I was hoping to get over in this position here, have the rock to the left of me, and be able to get shots on stuff to the right, or light anything that was on the right side, but I was going to try knocking his track off, and I shot just as he pulled forward. I should have turned around and went over there through that back way and helped the Ravioli a little bit quicker. I decided to get over there and help him, and he knocked the guy out just as I got over there. But I should have probably got over there a little bit quicker to help him. He had a little more health left. But if our the best armored one we had up there, T26E5, would have got his ass down here in the Mutts, probably would have been doing a whole lot better. I have no clue where that round went. I aimed right. It must have really flung off somewhere. Was able to take out, that was their ISU 152, which is definitely a good thing to have gone, because it's got that BL10 that does like 750 average damage. The option I had here was to shoot down to their base, or try and come up this hill and take out the IS-6. Now, I saw what they had on this side right here, and the problem I had with going straight over here and getting on the base is, for one, I didn't know where the STRV was, and two, that stuff would have just turned around, came right back, and just pummeled me. So I thought my best bet was to go up this hill and try and help get rid of that IS-6, and work our way back around to our base that way. As you can see, our team is just getting pretty well thrashed. They're winning 8-4 right now. Knocked his track back off there. I hit the other track. I meant to hit the track by me, and I ended up shooting the other track. So I ended up taking out the IS-6, and they're beating us 10-7. So it was still a pretty close match. I thought we were going to be able to maybe pull this one off. So at that T-26E5, I wanted to keep his track off. He had good enough depression to hit me, but the biggest thing I want to do is keep him tracked. Now this shot right here, I cannot believe did not pen his that commander's hatch there. I saw the T-34 heading for the hill to go get our artillery, and I thought, I'm going to be able to get some shots on here. So I took a blind shot, then he lights up. I was trying to get a shot off on his track to knock off his back drive wheel, but he got over the hill just before I could get it knocked off, unfortunately. So we got kind of caught up there, 12-10, where they're still beating us, but I was really surprised at that ricochet on that IS. Now this is where the 103-0 comes popping up to my left. I was just affixed on that T-34, and I saw it was lit before he actually fired. I thought he lit after he's fired, but unfortunately my commander got knocked out, and my aim reticle and everything just slowed down. The reload slowed down, so I mean, I could have brought him back, but I was a one-shot anyway, so I figured I'd save the $3,000, you know, for the repair kit. Yeah, unfortunately, we ended up losing this one, but from how bad we were losing, to come back and only lose by 3 was actually pretty darn good. So, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll be right back with some post-game stats for you. Well, here's the results of that match. Unfortunately, it was a loss for our team, but we actually, I thought we were going to come back and be able to win that one. It was kind of close towards the end, considering there was only like 3 of us, or only 3 or 4 of us. I think there was only 3 of us left at the end there, and they still had almost half a team, I think. That STRV 103-0 on the enemy team, he had a hell of a good game. He had all his hit points at the end, and I was focusing on the T-34 at the end, and I didn't realize he was up to the kind of behind me, to the left behind me there, on probably about my 7 o'clock, and until he shot me, and that's when he lit up, and he knocked out my commander. And well, the decision I had was, I knew I was a one-shot, and I could have brought my commander back, which in turn my load time and the reticle shrinking in would have sped up, but I don't even think I really would have probably got that round off in time, and he was still at full health. So even if I did, I would have knocked off, you know, average damage of this gun is 230, I believe. So, I mean, it would have been a, you know, a scratch on his tank destroyer, and then there was only 2 guys left after I got knocked out, and they were pretty much, you know, 3/4 of the way to almost dead. And but he had a hell of a good game. I'll give him credit for that. But that was a Mastery Badge 3rd class. It was a fire for effect and a bruiser. Hit the IS-6 twice, knocked out his track, destroyed his track, tried to keep him in place there, and did 399 damage. The T-26E5, whoops, knocked out his track and his ammo rack, and kept him in place and did 482 damage. T-34 knocked out his track and his loader, 444 damage. ISU 152 knocked out his fuel tank, hit him 3 times for 519, and the T-43 destroyed his track, hit him twice for 530. I shot out the Tortoise in the weak spot there and still didn't pen, but actually kind of surprised because the standard round on this does 226 penetration. I thought that had been plenty to go through that commander / machine gun port there on the top, if you're looking at the top left side of that tank destroyer, but just didn't have enough to go through it. That was first place in damage and first place in experience with 2,374 damage at 19 shots, 15 hits, and 11 pen. 444 of it was at a distance of more than 300 meters. A couple of those shots I was actually really surprised I missed, like when I was fully shrunk in on that artillery. I thought there was one more, maybe not, but spotted 1, damaged 5, destroyed 2. Damage with my assistance was 995. Made 76,956 credits. After they fixed the tank, resupplied the ammo, I made 51,961. So yeah, this thing is pretty much a cash register. You make good money with it, good credits. They are going to be buffing it. Come the new patch 9.17. Well, it's at 3 right now, so I guess it'd be 0.4 or 0.5, whatever they're going to make it. And they're going to be buffing the speed. So that'll be nice because right now it does 40 kilometers an hour, and I think they're buffing it up to 50. Don't quote me on that. It's 50 or 55. I think it's 50. But I like this tank quite a bit. I like the gun on it. I mean, you can shoot pretty much standard ammo. I did bounce a couple rounds, but you know, if you got to throw in some APCR, I can bring about half and half of each. So far, I've only had to shoot APCR if I choose to. I haven't had to dip into them completely. But yeah, it's actually a really good gun. So, you guys take it easy. You be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.